Hey guys, how's it going, and welcome back to another episode. In this episode, we're here in El Zocalo, aka El Centro of Merida, Mexico, on a Sunday afternoon. It's around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and you know, there's a lot of things going on. You know, things are starting to open back up, things are starting to get back to normal. So you already know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna flip the camera around, show you guys what's up, you know, what's going on around here. As you guys can see, again, things are getting back to normal, and as I give you the tour, I'm going to talk a little bit more about what's going on out here. So let's start walking through you know, what's going on out here in the Zocalo. So I don't know if you guys remember from older videos or if you guys have come here in the past, but basically this whole area, it'll be stall after stall after stall after stall after stall after stall. This thing would just be packed. So as you guys can see, there's all kinds of stuff out here for sale. Always. It's Mexico. It's like a giant flea market that's actually friendly, but you can tell there's a lot less people than there was last week. Let me see, because I forgot where I don't even know where I am. All right, cathedral, so I gotta go that way. All right. See, that's like a major landmark to help you move around and walk around and so on and so forth. But it's like, I love walking around here. I love showing you guys all this. I love being able to just really show you what it's like out here. How awesome, how friendly, how accessible, how cheap, how beautiful, how everything this place is out here. It's really awesome. It's funny too, like I've noticed a lot of people from Seattle and the cold weather climates love coming down here. So yeah, see, I gotta go to a few stores. I gotta go to the pharmacy. I gotta buy some soap from the organic store. What else? I gotta buy some blunts. I gotta buy a few things. And you know, right now there's nobody or anything going on right now. As you guys can see, it's pretty empty in comparison to before. There's a lot less vendors. I would say 75% of the vendors are not here. And things have changed dramatically since, you know, this opened. So this just opened, I want to say about a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. This started to open up again, meaning that they allowed the people to come out here to the park on Sunday and start setting up shop again. On top of that, you know, same thing with like the bici ruta, which is, you know, the bicycle thing. You know, the thing that I talked about, I think in a previous video, or I'm going to talk in a future video about, in which I talked about the bicycle route that they normally have here every Sunday is open again. Meaning that, you know, you can drive up and down Paseo Montejo, you can drive, you know, through El Centro, you can go through all kinds of places, and all of a sudden, you know, the whole city's pretty wide open because they close it to traffic and allows you to bike around the city. And around this time, which is, you know, 12:30, 1 o'clock is when the bike route kind of closes up and people start spreading out. And so then this place would be packed, you know what I mean? This place would be packed with vendors and people and all kinds of stuff. And I'm making my way in a certain direction on purpose because I wanted to show you something. So, you know, again, you know, we got the tour buses, you know, full of people, as you guys can see there. The tourists are coming back. You know, this is semi-officially the day right before we open. Tomorrow would be the first day we open back up again. But look, for example, this area right here, which I'm sure you've seen before in previous videos, or you've seen before. And here, let me show you again. Hold on, let me give you a better perspective here. So, you know, back when things were normal, all of this will be full of vendors. In fact, so many vendors, food vendors, only food. There would be so many food vendors here that all this would be closed off. In fact, this whole street would be closed off, all right? And there would be nobody on the nobody allowed to drive on the street because all this would be full of vendors. Again, they would set up here and set up giant tents, okay? And basically the tents would come out to like around here, and then this would be like kind of like the walkway for the people and walkway here. And so, you know, like the tents would extend to that white line right there, and yeah, you would just walk up and down, and you know, there'd be all kinds of vendors and all kinds of food and all kinds of yummy stuff. So these things right here, marquesitas, they're like a traditional local thing. I don't know if they're all over Mexico or not, but they definitely love them out here. And what it is, it's just a crepe. You know, they make a crepe there. Let's see if we can watch the guy make it. And then within the crepe, they add things like Nutella or cajeta or a bunch of things. And it's really good. It's amazing.
Edam cheese.
Oh yeah, and cheese, Edam cheese, you know, so, see, look, that cheese right there. Yeah, yeah. ¿La marquesita es de aquí de Yucatán o de México entero? De México entero, okay, so.
Bueno, más de Yucatán, pero ya está para todo.
Ya para todo, okay.
Sí, sí.
Sí, son bien ricas, a mí me encantan, yeah.
Solo de queso.
So yeah, so it's just a crepe, and what they do is that they add cheese, and then you add like Nutella and cajeta or whatever, you know what I mean? But again, these guys are just getting a cheese. I prefer cheese too. That's right, that's right. And it is a Yucatan thing, but it's all over Mexico. So. And see, look, this guy sells drinks. This literally sells them in the thing. Hold on, which of them? And so when you order one, they just pop the thing and bam, you're good to go. But yeah, those things are phenomenal, you know. If you love cheese and you love sweets, you're good to go. You see, I eat these all the time. I make these at home. Little plantain chips. They got all kinds of fried goodies here. Little churros. But as you get, like, there's people leaving the church right now. There's people like actually attending that church. But now, you know, the church would always be open. You know, right now it's closed, you know what I mean? And they're doing all this protocol to get the people in there, and then when they're in there, they lock them in there, you know what I mean? Like an airtight sealed container, like a Rubbermaid. So that's going on with that. Let me cross the street again and get back over here. So I'm actually here today with Christian. So again, by the way, so now, you know, the food that they have here, it's only like snacks, you know, just stuff that you would normally see at night, not see at this time. You know, they would have food here, you know, like actual food, substantial food for lunch, for supper, for, you know what I mean, just food. And now it's just these, you know, little things here. But at the end of the day, like I was saying, so I'm out here with Christian. She's doing like an art project, an art thing. She's right now, again, you know, I'm walking around the park. I'm gonna see, I mean, I don't want to talk too much about it because it's like her own thing. She's doing her own thing, and at the end of the day, she's walking around giving away like some you know, art stuff. Okay, so as you guys can saw there, all right, you guys saw exactly who I just walked past right there, and you see what I'm looking like. No problems, all right? So I just want to make that clear. So whenever you see people wearing their face covering, it's by their choice, not by your choice. You don't have to wear it, okay? Free country. So anyways, as I was saying, this is what a Zocalo looks like now, unfortunately. And it's kind of sucky, you know what I mean? Because this used to be a lot more vibrant. There used to be a lot more people. There used to be a lot more action going on here. And now, I mean, you know, we are reopening and restarting, you know, this whole economic thing back again, you know, meaning that, you know, slowly but surely, the idea is that we'll all get back to normal. Everything will get back to normal, and all that good stuff. But unfortunately for now, it is what it is. But look, there's like a bunch of nice art, a bunch of nice cool stuff you can come and buy and check out and get out here. But yeah, you know, the thing is, it's like, I look, I'm not gonna lie, again, like I've said before, back when all this was open, it was like vendors everywhere. You couldn't walk through here. You were, you know, tight like this, you know what I mean? You couldn't barely walk through this whole thing. And almost all the vendors had the same thing. So in a sense, it's like, I feel like all the vendors that had the same thing. Oh look, there's another like tourist type bus. So basically all of the, you know, all of the vendors that sold the same thing, it seems like they're gone. So all the vendors that sold the same thing, they seems like the copy ones, you know what I mean? Like, they're gone. And so all you're gonna see now are just you know, a bunch of vendors that, you know, they all have separate things. I'm noticing that too, you know what I mean? As I'm looking around through the vendors, I'm noticing that the vendors all have something, you get what I'm saying? Completely different or pretty different, not exactly the same. And yeah, so we're taking a little walk, you know, through here because I want to show you. You already know I like to make at least, you know, minimum 20-minute videos. We're still not even quite there yet. I'm today just walking around showing you from my point of view, you know, what it looks like now. You can go back and look at my older videos, you know, maybe I can find one. If not, whatever, it is what it is. But, you know, and show you a little bit of what it used to look like. But yeah, you can just probably dig it yourself if I can't find it. Anyways, the point is that, yeah, this is a Zocalo at the moment, you know what I mean? So it seems like things are, you know, kind of getting back to normal, and we're kind of, you know, heading in the right direction, whatever that means. But it's nice, you know what I mean? It's nice to be out on a Sunday and seeing, you know, people doing their thing, you know, their family thing, you know, selling stuff, you know, things are getting kind of back to opening up slowly but surely. Yeah, sorry, I was kind of cleaning my glasses. Hopefully I didn't mess up the view there. Very hot, very, very hot. So another plus about what's going on now is that a lot of these vendors, you know, they're back to, you know, how do I say this? Oh look, we went around the whole thing. Okay, so again, it's very, very hot. All right, I'm already starting to sweat like a pig. Nothing major. If you heard that, that was a police officer just telling people that are driving to get out of the way. Okay, so let me also show you, okay, from this perspective so you can get an understanding. So normally this whole area, like I said, it'd be packed full of people. So many people, in fact, that you can't barely walk and you can't really see, you know, you're bumping into all kinds of people. Definitely no social distancing or anything like that, you know. But anyway, that's how it normally is. And then all this area here would be closed off, okay? And what would be here is like a giant stage. And depending on the day or the event or the whatever, this whole thing, this whole street would be closed. So basically, all the streets around Zocalo would normally be closed, all right? All the streets around here would normally be closed. And on this particular street, they would this would stay like this, and then they would do a lot of traditional dancing. They would do a lot of you know, custom you know, cultural events, and you know, do a lot of, again, you know, just like you know, traditional Yucatecan things, traditional Mayan things, you know, just a bunch of events in this area. And what would happen is, like, on the sidewalk and on this area, basically kind of where like the cones are on this side and on the other side, they would have things like a band. No, señor, pero muchas gracias. Again, the vendors are still out here doing their thing. They don't give a fuck. I'm filming a video. Bruh. Anyway, so, you know, this whole area, you know what I mean, is like, you know, normally filled with, you know, again, stage seating, you know, minimal stage seating, or standing room only type stuff. Out here would be like a band. You would be able to walk through the back. All right. In fact, I'll show you that right now. Come on, man. So, so yeah, all this area here, because I know it's very dark, so I gotta get into the shadow here. So, okay, boom. So all this area here would normally be open, and you would be able to walk all the way through here, you know, a sea of people, you know, the band would be somewhere around here. And anyways, all this would be covered with people, okay? All this would be covered with people, and the whole street would be left empty, just like it is now. And then there would be a lot of locals here, a lot of tourists here, a lot of you know, all kinds of people here, because again, the locals also partook in a lot of this stuff, and they would all be up and down here lining all this up, and you know, surrounding this whole area as you know, something is going on, you know what I mean? There's like whatever, like I said, the traditional dance, or they're doing like some comedy routine or whatever it is. And then usually on that end over there, all the way at the end of the street, let's walk that way, they would set up like a stage. You know, they would set up like some sort of stage or some sort of area, you know what I mean, where sometimes they would have events here or do things here, but this would be closed off. But this wasn't always like a stage here and closed off. And then again, you know, just depending on where you are exactly, you know, they would set things up and what event and what day. Like on a typical Sunday, all this would be closed off and all the things. If it was like a special holiday, they would probably have a stage. If it's like a super special holiday, they have a stage over here and probably like another one over there and like things in the middle, and it could just go on and on. But we're far from that, you know, at least here so far. So it is what it is. Now, for a lot of you guys that have been watching my videos for a very long time, you guys know that I used to walk down that street all the way down there and come through here all the time. All right, and we used to go all the way down that way on our way to El Centro, you know. So again, you know, things have changed, but not so much, you know. It seems, you know, like again, just talking to the Uber driver on the way out here today and talking to, you know what, let me see if we can take a sneak peek here. Look, check out Christian, what she's doing. How's it going?
Bien, hay de todo. Hay sí, hay no, pues es un experimento extraño.
Okay, okay.
Incluso para mí, porque pues no estamos acostumbrados a que nos digan no. Y obviamente esta imagen es un poco...
Yeah, so this is what she's doing. I'm gonna explain to you guys in a minute exactly what she's doing. No voy a explicar porque no le dije nada. All right, so flip it around. Show the people. Look at that. So she's here. I'll show you that. Okay. All right. Say, smile. Well, how's it going? ¿Está viendo bien o no? Okay, okay. So, ¿tú quieres tu teléfono?
Empecé como a repartirlas así, pero al momento que la gente veía que era una mujer desnuda, era así como que no.
Oh, wow.
Entonces ahora las estoy empezando a repartir así.
Okay.
Directamente con la oración. Y
oh,
ya,
nice, nice.
Lo vean, entonces son cosas, es interesante porque uno va descubriendo pues cómo es el pensamiento de la gente. O sea, esas cosas están ocultas y no siempre se demuestra. Por ejemplo, si tú le haces un censo directo, una entrevista a alguien, muchas veces puede modificar esa respuesta. Pero en cambio, cuando es una interacción como más directa y un poco más espontánea, las personas actúan conforme a su ideología y conforme a cómo piensan. Entonces es más natural ver pues el símbolo del rechazo y de lo que les desagrada o que va en contra de lo que creen.
Then now we're just gonna go to another part, you know, where I think Parque Santa Lucia, and I'm not gonna show you my face. All right, I'll show you this beauty right here, and you know, I'm gonna keep my distance, you know, so that way she can do her thing, because that's the whole idea. We're also doing a little recording video thing for her. Pero yo te sigo, vamos a ir para el parque. Yeah, I'm doing my thing, no te preocupes. So, like again, this whole thing would normally be, you know, more full of people. That's like ice cream, los helados Colón over there. In fact, I'm gonna go on this side. All right, that's the cathedral over there. All right, hopefully the music isn't like, you know, disturbing. Oh, okay, good. So basically, they still have this open, so I can still walk through here. And I've, you know, done this a million times, you know, when this is all packed full of people, you can barely walk, and you can still walk through here. So, you know, again, you know, the whole thing with the rules and all that good stuff and the social distancing and all that, you know, it just goes out the window when you're living out here, which is amazing. But as you guys can see, you know, things are pretty open. Things are kind of getting back to normal. Unfortunately, the one thing here is that, you know, business is slow. Business is dead, you know what I mean? Because you already know, you know, the whole world is going through some things here. But yeah, you know what I mean? Same old, you know. The only thing is that, like, now, you know, things are open, but yes, things, you gotta go through the whole protocol. You gotta go through all that jazz. But seems to be opening up. Like I said, you know, we're already in the yellow and things are already moving in the right direction. So this is like Sunday in its Centro, Sunday in its Zocalo, in the early afternoon. You know, right now it is here. Let's go down this way. So right here to my left is El Palacio Municipal. So this is El Palacio, you know, which is basically the governmental palace. All right, that's what it is. Every city has one. And it's always in the center, usually always right in the center of the city. Same with, like, you know, right with the cathedral and all that good stuff. So, all right, so we're heading this way right now, following the missus. So now let's get back to like real quick explaining what she was doing. So basically what she did is that so remember, these are the things to, you know, get in the way here. But anyway, she, as you guys saw in those pictures, what she did was that she painted that, drew that, and then she put it in on Instagram. You know, she basically painted, drew that whole thing, and then you know, it got a lot of feedback because it was basically like half the Virgin Mary, half the, you know, half of the, whatchamacallit, half of the Virgen de Guadalupe. So she basically painted the Virgen de Guadalupe like the Virgin Mary, looking, you know, the way she looked as you saw in the picture there and earlier. And if you want more context, please check out her art, check out her website. I'm gonna put everything down below. You can check everything out there. But right now what she's doing is just basically, she made those into little cards, into little pamphlets, just like you will get at church. Just like you would, you know, usually when you go to church or you're around, you know, the whole church thing, that they give you those little cards, you know, with like the Jesus on it or the Virgin Mary on it or whatever. And then on the back, it's like some sort of religious saying. So she did something similar to that, only instead of, you know, some religious thing behind it, she put something like a women empowerment. And, you know, and the thing is that like in Mexico, there's like a whole situation with, you know, it's like, instead of Black Lives Matter, and like, it's just like they're not killing black people here, they're killing women here, and it's like a whole thing. I don't want to get into it, that's another episode. So that's the plight out here, so that's what she's doing, and she's just, in a sense, you know, representing that. And yeah, you see, she says none of the expats or none of the tourists are grabbing it. The only ones that are grabbing it are the Mexicans. And some Mexicans are, you know, like they get it and they're repulsed a little bit because it's, you know, she's naked. You know, the Virgin of Guadalupe is naked, and that's like sacrilege to some older folks. So now when she was giving them to people, as I was translating before, she is she's giving it with the words out first so that the people look at that, and once they read it, then they get the impact. They get the impact of like the whole thing later, you know what I mean? So it's like they read it, and once they read it, they're like, oh wow, this is awesome, you know, and then they flip it around, they're like, oh wow, and then it's like a double punch, you know, to the psyche there. That's the whole idea. So yeah, so right this area normally would be super packed full of people. This is a theater. This used to always have like a marquee. So this whole area used to have like a marquee and like a whole, sorry, I just want to capture some of her giving it to people for a little video I'm making for her. Double duty here. So anyways, like I said, so here this used to be a theater, used to be a huge marquee, and you know, it was lively with all kinds of like stand-up or, you know, other cultural events, and now it's gone. You know what I mean? It seems like they're gone. This is hotels, you know, the Starbucks is over there in that corner and all that good stuff. So yeah, right now where we are, you know, we're like right in the middle of like the whole touristy area, you know what I mean? As you guys can see, you know, there's actual, you know, tourist cops behind me and all that good stuff. So, you know, just yeah guys, so the camera overheated, it got too hot, so I think that was perfect timing. We're here taking a little break. It's like 105 degrees out there, so we're just gonna end it here. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with us on a Sunday afternoon here in Merida as things are starting to open up on the first official weekend or weekday, whatever, in which everything's all starting. So guys, thanks again for watching. You already know what to do. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to please like, please subscribe, please share, please hit that bell icon, but more importantly than anything else, please stay awesome. Thanks again, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.